What's going on, guys? Cyanide here. Today I'm going to show you how to farm using a Cerberus deck. Now, as you can see on the left side is a union attack version that is heavily pay to play. On the right side is a free to play version, very budget, only requires card drops from standard duelists. The Soul of the Pure is a Taya drop, but it's a rare. The lithograph is a normal drop from a Shizu. Cerberus and Ryoku are from the card trader. No other SR or UR are required. Now, the budget version you can use to farm level 40 Mako, Weevil, Yugi, Odion, and Rex. Now, the version on the left hand side will give you greater odds, pretty much 100% win rate versus the 5 duelists I just mentioned. On top of, you can also farm level 40 Mai using the version on the left. The reason you can't farm Mai, well, you could, but it's not reliable, is because her deck is pretty aggressive and you need to be able to counter her aggression, which is what the version on the left hand does. Also, when farming Taya, you need to be able to counter her ability to draw cards. She can draw cards, I believe, I want to say 6, maybe more cards. And if you don't have Shards of Greed, there's actually another card you can use. I believe it's Pot of Benevolence. Check real quick. This card. Alright. So if you don't have Shards of Greed and you would like to farm Taya, put in Pot of Benevolence. Shuffle in her monsters that she discards back into her deck to counter all of her drawing. Otherwise, she will lose to a deck out before you can deal over 10,000 damage to her. Another thing to note with Taya is you might want to add in a single copy of Remove Trap to get rid of her healing spell. Remove Trap will get rid of Solemn Wishes, that way she won't gain so much life points that you won't be able to deal lethal to her. You might still be able to deal 10,000, but you might not actually kill her. You might still win by a deck out, which is not what you want because you'll earn less score doing so. So if you're farming Taya, slot in 1 or 2 Remove Traps. For the budget version, you can take out a Muyan Curry, anything that's not really of note. The Timidities you can get rid of. That's how you would farm Taya. But right now, I'm going to bring in the budget version versus Yugi. Another thing to note, as you can see my skills here, are Draw Sense Light. They are more reliable than Sorcery Conduit and Draw Sense Low Level, mainly because they only require a 1500 life point loss instead of an 1800. Now, you'll also need Draw Sense Light if you're going to use Union Attack, because Vassal is also a spellcaster. You don't want to draw Vassal when you actually want to draw Cerberus. Alright, so let's get into this. It's pretty straightforward. Here, I'm just going to pass my turn, or draw Cerberus. Alright, so let's play that. And right now, we're pretty safe. Yugi can't really get over 2600. There are a few instances when he can, but you're pretty safe. You will need Stop Defense in this deck in order to actually kill him. Otherwise, you're just going to deal no damage by attacking his defense position monster. An alternative to Stop Defense is Fairy Meteor Crush, Big Bang Shot. Both of those give you piercing battle damage. So if you want to do that, you can do that. Also, if you're going to run equips, I only recommend doing 2 tops. If you do 3, you might accidentally clog your field and not be able to use any of your finishing spells, such as Ryoku, Stop Defense. Union attack, secret passive treasures if you're doing vassal. But this is pretty straightforward, like I said. It's gonna keep drawing cards and passing the turn. And as you get more cards, as you progress through the game, you can swap things out. Pegasus has a great equip for light monsters for Cerberus, plus 700 attack. You can switch out this hidden Book of Secret Arts, And I mean, you can take notes from the left-hand side. Shards of Greed are so good for farming. They speed up the monotony of it. I mean, farming, it can get pretty stale, so you don't want to do it, over and over and over without some way to speed it up. Luckily, there are several cards that can do that. Jar of Greed, Shard of Greed, Jar of Avarice. If you really wanted to, you can slide in some monsters to speed things up, like Skelengel. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. And Ryoku's not 100% necessary, it's just there as a precaution. And lithograph I have in here just to, because it's glossy. I'm trying to get as many glossy points as I can. It's another thing to note for free-to-play and budget decks. The way you can make up the additional score is just throw in as many glossy cards as you can. You don't have to worry about getting a low life point score or a comeback victory or life points on the brink. Of course, they do help, but it's not 100% necessary. I mean, you can do, as you're about to see, I have 8,000 life points, and this is going pretty well. Alright, we're almost done here. It is unfortunate that my first two cards in my opening hand were part of the combo. In worst case scenarios, that can sometimes screw you over, because you want to dump your entire hand on Cerberus to get his attack up into a safe range. Alright, so next turn we go in for the kill. And since we're over 10,000 attack, that mixed with Ryoku, we are going to hit for over 10,000 battle damage, no problem. Here we go, stop defense. It doesn't really matter. Alright. Target his monster. Get ours. And here we go, 11,700 damage. Completely destroyed that Yugi using a budget deck. And once again, all these cards, for the most part, can be obtained from standard duelists. Unfortunately, I got complete garbage, but even a budget deck would be able to get over 7,000 score. So, that's something to note. Just because you're new and you don't want to spend money, doesn't mean you have to miss out on cards. And you don't really have to work harder. I mean, you might get 1 or 2 less chests, but as you progress and get better drops, better cards, you're only going to be helping yourself and making things easier. Alright, so now we are going to switch over. Let's do Yugi again, because I actually want to grab another Mystic Box from him for a deck that I want to mess around with. Now this version, I'm running 2 Cerberus. It's not necessary at all, personal preference. Sometimes I open up with one, which is nice. It also allows me to run 1 less Union attack, because I'll have 2 Cerberus, and both of them combined will easily get over 10,000 attack. Alright, so this stand's pretty solid. I'm going to pass the turn and let him beat on me, so I can draw my Cerberus. Perfect. So, if you're questioning why I run 3 lithographs in here, where you pay 1,000 life points, it's so that I can activate Draw Some Flight myself and grab that other Cerberus. I did not miss that. Also, with the hydrographs, um, you can put yourself to low life points and get yourself that bonus score. So let's go ahead and use that, make sure we're in a safe range. And we're going to set this econ, because I don't need to use it yet. Now that I'm safe, I'm not going to use any more spells until I draw Cerberus. I actually might use this. We'll see what I draw next turn. I would typically like to save the rest of my spells for the other Cerberus, so I can also buff up his attack. So we'll see what we draw. If I don't draw Cerberus off of this, I'll use my lithograph to make sure I draw next turn. Alright. So, now we can activate Sorcerer Conduit. Let's go pick that up. There we go. It's pretty much the exact same deck, it's just more fancy, more bells and whistles. It's completely overkill, it's not necessary at all. I just like to see what I can do, you know, push the limits. I messed that up. I meant to play Cerberus first. Speaking of pushing limits, if you guys want to see a video of me getting a Victory Viper to 200,000 attack, let me know in the comments. It was actually really fun doing that the other day. So, most likely going to play Cerberus this turn. Yeah, we're going to play this turn. And if you're questioning why I have Peking Goblin in here, there's no reason. I just wanted to have him in here. He's just for fun. He's a glossy card I got. So, alright, so now I'm going to play Half Shut. Play my other Half Shut. Let's use my Prismatic Econ for my Kaiba Cup event. Just for the bonus points and the attack buff. Set the other one as a precaution. Pretty much there's no way he can come back from this and kill me, but I never want to jinx myself. I always want to be safe. You don't want to be kicking yourself in the butt. Yeah. Alright, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put this in the bottom. So we're almost done here. We've got 2 more turns. Alright. Gravity Axe is also only in here because it's prismatic. Got lucky really early on picking that up. It's a completely unnecessary card. I mean, I could use, you know, any number of equips. It doesn't matter. So next turn, we go for the kill. And we are clearly over 10,000 right now. So I don't even have to use my other econ. Play my Vassal. Always play Secret Treasure first. Secret Path to the Treasure first. You're always going to get in that habit whether you're using Vassal or if you're using Piranha. No matter what you're doing with the farm deck, you always want to do that first. Always get into that habit. Because you never want to, you know, ruin your farm by accidentally doing it in the wrong order. Black Pendant just because it's foil. Put it on you. And here we go for the win. 17,000. Overkill. Completely overkill. Alright, Yugi. Give me something good. So we got 8,800 score without the bonus. Very close to the other deck. The only reason I got so much more is because effect damage only gives you an additional 1,000 score. Alright, so I got crap. Got a glossy Guy the Fierce Knight. Ooh. Alright. So that's how you farm with Cerberus. It's pretty simple. As I said before, the budget version can be used on Mako, Weevil, Yugi, Odion, Rex. Antea if you sub in Remove Trap, which is another normal card or rare. I don't remember, to be honest. And the version on the left can be used against Mako, Weevil, Yugi, Odion, Rex, Mai, and Taya. As for Joey, I have a completely different deck for that, and that will be in another video. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.